Hey everyone, how are you guys doing today? So today is one of my perspective videos I wanted to do. And this perspective video is on the famous narrative of the alpha male and the beta male. And the reason why I wanted to do this is because I've been seeing these videos circling around on Twitter, and it's about a guy who obviously has been really hurt, and he's really not dealing with it too well. Obviously, and he's going around. He basically in his videos he's talking about, and which a lot of these men who are in that space do. They talk about, you know, they basically they degrade women. They talk to guys as if we should look at women as lesser than us, and just a whole bunch of nonsense. It's just a whole bunch of nonsense that isn't true. It's just coming from a place of being hurt, which is clear. It's fine, and it's okay if you're hurt. You're hurt. I understand, but you have to know the difference between actual information and I got my heart broken and I'm pissed type of information. And I'm just here to offer a perspective. I could be wrong. I don't, I could be right. It's just a perspective. That's all it is. So, what is the difference between an alpha male and a beta male? Confidence. That's it. That's all. Confidence in oneself, love of oneself, and understanding that they value themselves at a very high standard. Now, I'm not saying an impossibly high standard to where they don't see themselves as being human being, but they have a high value on themselves. And that means pursuing the things in life that they want to pursue. Let's say they want to be musicians. They relentlessly try to become these professional musicians. Let's say they want to be, become actors. They go and they do things to get in that field, or doctors. They go to school to become a doctor. They study. They do all this hard work to become what they want to become. If they want to be writers, they'll write books and stuff like that. Alpha males pursue the things in life that brings them fulfillment. Let's say they want to go visit a different country and learn about the cultures. They'll do it, and they'll make sure they'll do what they can, no matter how much adversity that they face. They will pursue the things they want to pursue to make their soul happy and to bring their soul and heart fulfillment. That's an alpha male. A beta male is too afraid to make those types of decisions because they don't want to deal with the consequences or the struggles that may come with said decisions, because one, they may have not been taught to deal with that sort of adversity, and two, they just have a lack of confidence, which can grow over time. That's not something that's set in stone. You're not just forever not confident in yourself. Trust me, I grew up with lack of self-esteem and confidence and all that fun stuff. I grew up with it. That was my problem growing up as a kid, is I didn't love myself at all. So I've been on that end of the spectrum. But you learn throughout life that you have to deal with adversity, you have to face adversity, and if you really want something, you pursue it. And so alpha males understand that. Like, you're going to face adversity. You're going to face people who aren't going to want you to do what you do. You're going to face situations where it's not favorable for you, but you still got to keep getting up and doing it because it's something that brings your soul fulfillment. Women have nothing to do with this. Like, it's such a byproduct. Women have nothing to do with being an alpha male. How many women you date, what type of how hot the woman is has nothing to do with being an alpha male. It's a byproduct. It's a complete byproduct, but we've associated that because it's a more of like kind of, I see it as kind of glamorizing the entire the glamorizing the term in words. But it's a byproduct. It has nothing to do with women. Now, when you pursue the things that you want and you go towards your heart's desires, and you put your best foot forward every day, and if you're not happy with your life, you work towards the things that make you happy with your life. If you're going in that direction, you will naturally, and I mean it, naturally attract the right people. Alphas know this. Alphas are not going to chase the wrong girl if she's like, well, I'm not interested in you. Okay, have a good life. They're going to go after the people who want to be in their space. They're going to, and I wouldn't even say go after, those people are going to naturally come in. Because if you're in your high vibration, people are going to naturally come in, and even sometimes the wrong people. But alphas can see that from the behavior. They can understand that from the behavior, where it's like they won't be dicks to people if they see that they're, operating on a low vibration, but say, hey, like, I understand where you're coming from, I understand your perspective, but right now where you are and where I am are in completely two different places, and that's okay. Maybe one day we'll meet up, but right now it's just not working, because they know that they're vibrating on a high frequency and the other person may be vibrating a low frequency. Now, what do I mean by vibrating on a low frequency? Making videos basically damning women because you got hurt. And don't get me wrong, I've been in that space. I've been in that space. I remember the first time before I even started the Reiki stuff on YouTube, I did a video. I was doing video. I would film videos where basically that's what I did. Like I'm not really talking down to women, but just kind of feeling I was so hurt, and so I was in so much pain that I just made it. I would make videos just being very doom and gloom about things. Like you just not in the sense of like feeling empty like I did in the last one, because the whole point of that video was just kind of showing people that you just gonna have to find something to kind of bring you that happiness and peace, even if it's just the smallest thing, until you get that realization. But I was more or less saying, like, girls only want douchebags. No. See, that's another thing that people tend to, I guess what they tend to, and there are some women that do want D-bags, but most of them are vibrating from a very low vibration. They're vibrating from a very low vibration. They don't understand the concept of love, so what they go after is a guy that provides a false sense of security, because he also presents this false sense of confidence. And so they'll go after the bad boy because he provides this false sense of security, because they don't really know what that is. And so, because they don't feel secure in themselves. How are you going to know what security is if you don't feel it in yourself, right? So you're going to naturally go after the wrong person. But it has nothing to do with being an alpha and a beta male. It's just circumstance. So I feel like, and I guess the whole point of this video is that an alpha male will never say will never be outright and say, I'm an alpha. Alpha won't do that. Alpha is just going to live his life and worry about what he's got in front of him. And yeah, we regress. Alphas regress. They'll have those moments where we like, shit, I'm kind of feeling low on myself. I'm dealing with a little bit of low self-esteem, but we always know how to find a way to come back to center and figure out what do we need to bring our soul fulfillment. Even if it means spending time by ourselves. Because like I said, being an alpha or a beta has nothing to do with the amount of women you're dating or who or how much or how they look. It's about being happy in yourself. And if you know you're not happy in yourself, you're not going to attract the right people into your life. And you're only going to attract these low vibrational people because you're operating from a low vibration. And when you do that, then you're going to feel like all women are crap or all men are crap or whatever you may have you, because you're operating from that same sort of vibration. So this is my perspective. Anyone who's really alpha will tell you, just worry about what you got. Worry about what makes you happy. Worry about the things you want to accomplish, and the right things will come to you naturally. And so if you hear a guy going around screaming he's an alpha male and all this stuff after he got his heart broken, he's just in his ego and he doesn't know how to handle his emotions. And I know mostly women watch this channel. Guys don't know how to handle their emotions. Most guys don't know how to handle their emotions because they weren't raised to handle their emotions. We weren't taught to freely be comfortable with our emotions, because I don't know. I guess I like to call it the John Wayne complex. Most of us grew up, our fathers kind of taught us this John Wayne complex, which is John Wayne was always considered the manly man, the symbol of the manly man, the man that doesn't feel any emotions, the man that doesn't cry, the man that doesn't, that was John Wayne. That's not you, dude. And I think even John Wayne cried. You just didn't see it. But that was John Wayne. That's not you. You are your own individual self. You make the decisions based on what brings you happiness. So if you gotta let some stuff out, let it out. You don't have to let the world see, but it doesn't make you a bad person or a weak person if you gotta let stuff out. If you've been heartbroken, if you've been cheated on, man, go back to the drawing board and reassess what you're looking for. And if you made them, and like if that happened to you, then I'm sorry. I really am sorry you got cheated. I'm so sorry that the person you love betrayed you. Trust me, we've all been through it. It's part of this experience. It's part of the human design, and so you have to come to terms with it's not. Sometimes it has nothing to do with you. It's just kind of the space that they're in, and so when you, I guess what I'm saying is that a lot of these dudes that I see making these videos are coming from a place of hurt. They're coming from a place of they've got burned. I got burned. I've been in relationships where I was literally, when it ended, I had no money to my name. That was a really long time ago, but it has happened. Like, I've been burned. It's part of the human design, but I learned over the years, it's like, but to go in with that mindset of, all women are like that, that's not going to fix the problem. That's going to make it worse, because then you're going to continue to attract those people. And so, a lot of these guys come from a place of hurt, and they don't know how to handle their emotions. And it's not their fault sometimes. It's just kind of the circumstances in which they were brought into. Does it make it right? No. Making videos like that is just... And a lot of guys that are watching that are either hurt or thinking it's funny. And it is what it is. Or people that watch it either think it's funny, or they're hurt. They're hurting too. They're hurting too. Like I said, a lot of guys, most guys don't know how to handle their emotions. Most guys don't know how to handle heartbreak or being rejected, because it's just we weren't taught how to handle it. We just weren't taught how to handle it correctly. And so when I see stuff like that on the internet, I feel bad, because it's just like, if you just pull back for just a moment and sit with yourself, you'll realize what you're doing is stupid. Now, if you're making money off it and all that stuff, out of brand and all that stuff, congratulations. But that's your hustle. If you're making money by making videos like that, because I'm pretty sure you had a decent amount of views on those videos. And like, if you're making money from it, more power to you, dog. Maybe that's the reason why you're doing it. But putting that false message out there, it's toxic. It's toxic because a lot of men, a lot of guys believe that shit. They believe that crap. And it's not real. If you're really alpha, you know to go after the things that bring you happiness. Go after the things that bring you a sense of joy. And naturally, those people will come to you. That's it. That's all it is. There's no, you have to submit to me. It's none of that. It's none of that. It really is none of that. It's just, I'm doing what I'm doing that makes me happy. I'm living in my true, authentic self. I'm being true to myself. And if you want to be in my life, you got to be in that same vibration. That's it. That simple. Anyways, I just wanted to make the video on that because, I was just getting so annoyed with seeing that just trend. And it's just like, it's only providing a false narrative and a false message. And it's just not fair. And it's just played out. Like, we're past this. We're in 2021. We're past the whole 1960s, 50s, how to be a male situation. Like, it's 2021. We're past it. Like, it's over. It's over. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe if you aren't already part of the channel. And have a good day. Good night whenever you're watching this. Take care. And I'll see you again soon.